Decision for you to sign with Zuffa come about?
This decision of me signing with Zuffa came about. My team, my managers Jay Prince and Josh Dubin. They went out there and they found the best available deal for me, and we're here to conquer and make sure that we take over the game. So they definitely did a great job with this deal, though.
You kind of touched on it already, brought me right to it. What is the difference that Zuffa and Dana White have compared to the competitors?
I'm an honest man, so we gonna see. But far as like me meeting with them and getting to actually sit down and talk to both of them one-on-one, they seem like a lot cooler than what you hear about, and they gave me a lot of genuine vibes. So I appreciate them, and I'm glad that we got this done. But this is just life changing, so I enjoy it.
Bringing the life into it. Do you see this as the next chapter in your career and in your life?
Yeah, I do. I see it. As me setting an example, I feel like I'm the best fighter on their roster, as I told them when I seen them. And there's going to be a lot of big things with this. I feel like it's going to be setting an example, and a lot of people going to follow my lead, and I'm going to enjoy that.
Trendsetter, baby, trendsetter. There's going to be those who criticize you for signing here, obviously, all the noise. What do you have to say to them?
I mean, critics going to be critics. They've been critics my whole career. I've been hearing them say, oh, I shouldn't do this, I shouldn't do that. I done heard this 500 times before, so clearly the critics are always wrong. They damn near 100% wrong most of the time, so let them criticize and just understand this. With this new deal, I can make any fight that I want in the sport of boxing. There's no restrictions. It's not I can't fight this guy. Boxing is not the same no more. Boxing is a lot different. So the critics got to get past thinking in the old mindset. What the new mindset is, the best fighting the best, and I'm all for it, and I think Zuffa is all for it too. So let's do it.
Amen. You are undoubtedly, one of the best in your division, largely considered top 5 pound for pound.
Top 3.
Top 3. There you go. What do you bring to the ring that no other fighter does?
I just bring a certain intelligence about me. I don't really say that I have a style. A lot of people say that they got a style. I can do it all. Whatever it takes that need to get done, get the job done, I will do. So that's what I bring to the table. That's who I am. I think I'm way different than these other guys. I know how to adapt. I think that's the biggest word when it comes to I know how to adapt. And I don't think these guys really know how to adapt like me.
In the last fight against Tio, it was nothing short of a masterclass. You went in there and walked him down. Are you only getting better? Have we seen all of Shakur Stevenson?
Man, that's a real question. Nah, y'all have not seen all of me. I'm still evolving. Like, I'm still getting better. I'm still getting stronger. I know that if you stay stuck in one spot, a lot of people will surpass you. But through the years, my main thing is to get better and evolve. And I think with the Tio fight, it just showed that I'm not even on the same level I was 3-4 months before that fight. I'm on a different level every day. I'm just getting better. Every day I'm evolving through life. So in the future, I think that they're going to see a lot more of that. And as they keep going, I'm going to keep getting better. So.
In that fight alone, you shut up a lot of critics. What's next for Shakur Stevenson? Who do you have your eyes sight on?
Man, any of these guys, it's hard to just name one name, because when you name one name, people tend to think that you're scared of the other name. So it's so many different guys, and my main thing is the best available opponent. Whoever is out there that's the best available opponent, I'm down to fight. I'm not ducking and dodging nobody. So I think guys will be the best suit them to duck and dodge me.
All right, so my bad, man. One of the first things that I paid attention to is, he justified, signing with them. If you paid attention to what he was saying,
On the fight, I'm not ducking and dodging nobody. So I think guys will be the best suit them to duck and dodge me.
all right, so my bad, man. One of the first things that I paid attention to is, he justified, signing with them. If you paid attention to what he was saying, he said that, oh man, they have a reputation for being this, that, and the third. But I met with them and they pretty cool, Of course, the honeymoon phase is always cool. You know what I'm saying? Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The honeymoon phase is always cool. That's always a beautiful thing. So it's not till you start to, go through obstacles and stuff that it starts to change into, it starts to, kind of go through stuff. He said he can make any fight he wants to in boxing, didn't call nobody out. So be it. At the end of the day, he signed for a lot of money. I'm on to the next clip. Not much there. He just justified, why he signed over there, despite people saying Dana White is a piece of shit. It's no different. Most of these dudes gonna go where the money at. They're not gonna look at the ethics. They're not gonna look at the integrity. They're gonna sign with the money. And unfortunately, sometimes ethics, morality, code, what you sign it catches up with you. And a lot of Al Haymon fighters seen that exact same thing happen to them. They thought they signed a really good deal, and it was a deal that a lot of them couldn't get out of, allegedly. So we'll see. He got managers, promoters, lawyers. He got money, so this should be a lucrative deal for him. So let's go.
Focus right now, I would think, is Devin Haney or Gervonta Tank Davis, and them the guys who I think will show that I'm the one.
Hey, Dana, what are the chances maybe we see Shakur and Haney or Tank? What's the likelihood?
Yeah, no, those are fights that we love too. We like them. And, for people that haven't watched boxing in a while or, haven't whatever, this kid is one of the pound for pound best in the world, undefeated, 25-0, 4-division world champion by 28 years old. And he's 29 now, so he's in his prime. There's lots of great fights out there for him, and I'm excited about him. I'm pumped that we got him and we got him signed, and I'm looking forward to his first fight.
So my thing is this: he's obsessed with saying Tank. Oh, Tank, 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 Tank. Let's focus on the fights that can be made. If I'm being 100% honest, we should be focused on the fights that can be made. He's tank, 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 tank. Let it go, bro. Tank ain't trying to fight nobody. Tank, the same guy who funded Zuffa or helped fund Zuffa told Tank, yeah, I got the bread for you. Asked for 2 Ferraris. He needs to move on. That's why it's important for a lot of people to learn the history about boxing. Once Marvin Hagler, moved on from Sugar Ray Leonard, guess what happened? He got the Sugar Ray Leonard fight. The Mugabe fight had a lot to do with it in the wear and tear, or regardless. But guess what? Once he moved on from the Sugar Ray Leonard fight, he really moved on and just did his own thing, and he started getting commercials and he started getting money. He started getting recognition. Then guess what? Sugar Ray Leonard got jealous. So, Shakur Stevenson, all that sausage, gibbly gobbling of Tank meat that you and Hitchison do, bro, just do your own thing. When you start to shine and you start to rack up these wins, you know what I'm saying? Tank gonna come find you. You gonna be the one with the juice. You gonna be the one to be able to dictate what happens. Similar to a situation in where what's the brother's name? Similar to a situation that Jerron Ennis is in. He can do whatever you want to do with Virgil Ortiz. We're gonna speak on that in a second. In a minute. He can do whatever you want to do with Virgil Ortiz. He the one in a driver's seat. So, my number one question was to the fact of the matter of, will it be a tune-up fight? And I assume that everybody else that signed with Zuffa, they, Hitchison, I don't know. It looked like to be a tune-up fight. Hardy got tough. Berlanga. They're probably going to tune up. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. They probably going to have, tune-up fights, maybe showcase on the same card, maybe showcase them 2 different back-to-back months. Who knows? But obviously now, it was a lot of lying that Shakur Stevenson did about the Devin Haney fight. And at the end of the day, I mean, when business is being conducted, he lied, and lied. Do I kind of consider him a liar based off that? I just think it was more tongue in cheek, kind of moving in silence, not addressing it, act like it's not happening, and people can stay out their business. But he straight up lied. But then again, these the same people who call the media liars, and Coppinger getting a reputation for lying, but Toppinger is telling the truth. Bill got a reputation for lying, but Bill is actually giving y'all like inside look. It's like them doing a colonoscopy. He's telling y'all the truth of everything that's going on in the sport of boxing, but y'all choose to believe what y'all wanted to believe. Y'all don't. When people say things that you don't like to hear, y'all don't like the messenger, y'all automatically dispose of the message. And Bill is the only one that's coming to the streets and giving y'all transparency. But people gonna continue to still call Bill a liar. Now, he said Devin Haney, they're gonna fight. Devin, all likelihood, is gonna drop the belt because WBO is up for beefing. Keyshawn is gonna turn around and probably fight Brian Norman Jr. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that is what it is. That's what you about to get. Devin gonna drop the belt. Then you probably gonna get an announcement of Devin and Shakur Stevenson probably fighting in a separate bout. 2 separate bouts. They probably got opponents. I know one of the opponents that Shakur was trying to fight is the number 1 contender for the WBO. So you might see that, or they might go right in there. I don't have no inside knowledge. But Bill was sitting here drilling this for months. People was telling Bill to move on. Do you want to go from, possibly making upwards of 12 to 15, 16, $20 million and for this one fight? Or you want to fight Keyshawn for $1 to $3 million, $1 to $4 million? You tell me. At the end of the day, Bill is doing what a manager does. Bill is doing what a father's supposed to do, and Bill is getting criticized because he going for the gusto. He don't have. And at the end of the day, also, I want to say, where's the thing gonna come from Keyshawn? How's Keyshawn gonna feel that Shakur stole the fight from him? But it was all in their plans. Keyshawn never intended on fighting. He never intended on fighting Devin Haney. It was all smoke and mirrors. He's gonna try to play like Devin Haney ducked him, but go fight Brian Norman Jr. Now, everything that you said, you got to fight Brian Norman Jr. and you got to live up to that word. And most fans are gonna want to see Devin and Shakur. Unfortunately, it got to happen at 144. You hear people, like Shakur poke their chest out, but you need an advantage, and I just don't feel like nobody in this era, these young guys, have earned an advantage in boxing. Nobody earned the advantage. Nobody had to fight, through seniority to get an advantage, in my opinion. But everybody wanted an advantage because I'm small, or nobody trying to be, David to somebody's Goliath. Nobody's trying to really do that. But in general, they're gonna make the fight. The fight probably gonna happen if maybe next. I'm not sure. But in general, now you kind of get, some interesting fights. You get Shakur and Devin, and you get probably Norman and Keyshawn Davis. And I told y'all, when the money come involved, everybody, niggas that say the belts that matter, like Devin Haney, maybe saying the belt that matter, it don't matter no more. Same thing. If they offered Shockey Foster a lucrative deal and he dropped that WBC belt to take on Shakur Stevenson, guarantee you he going to say sayonara to that WBC belt. Everybody is about the dollar. Everybody is about that dollar. So, in my humble opinion, we getting a couple good fights. Shakur live, but I think it was more tongue-in-cheek, kind of like, okay, we moving behind the scenes. I don't want fans to know what's going on. And Bill was telling y'all what was real, what was actually going on. So you can't really, at the end of the day, I'm not mad at either one of them. They get in the ring, they fight. He probably negotiated for more money than the 15. I mean, obviously we've been through that. But you getting a good fight. Now, is it going to be the most entertaining fight? It could be if somebody get hit. But, I get what Coach Malachi saying that the Keyshawn is the more entertaining fight. But I'm going to put a little bit more Larry seasoning on Keyshawn. But I think Keyshawn could have beat Devin. I don't think it was impossible. But in general, Keyshawn is going to roll over there and do, and probably fight Brian Norman for a vacant belt. But you heard what Shakur Stevenson said. Now the tide is turning. And now, it's kind of like it's a new day in boxing. I'm going to spearhead this shit with Devin, and everybody going to be over here. And when we get Tank over here, everybody going to be over here. But, in general, we got to understand if Dana and them saying they can get Tank, and that's possible, Dana got a great relationship with Al Heyman. Al Heyman was the one that kicked the door down for them to have UFC fights in New York, in the state of New York. That was Al Heyman. So if Dana and Al has done business before, most likely you're probably going to get Shakur and Devin winner sometime probably late 2027, 2028 at some point in there. Devin and Shakur winner versus Tank. That's probably what you're gonna end up getting. So they probably let Tank come over there and tune up. There was rumors that Gervonta Tank Davis that he wasn't gonna be part of the DAZN deal. Maybe that's true. I mean, I'm gonna cook on that at the end of the video. But if he ain't gonna be part of that DAZN deal, now it kind of makes sense that he might be doing something with Zuffa. So traditional boxing, it had to die. It's gonna die. Mostly everybody is probably gonna end up on Zuffa. And, eventually they're going to cut all the money and these niggas going to be fighting for fair market value. It's no different than Al Heyman shooting the money up and then dropping it. No different than Eddie shooting the money up, then dropping it. That's what's going to happen. It's Zuffa versus DAZN. DAZN trying to tag team with TNT, but think about it. When Abdullah Mason is done with his contract, when Keyshawn is probably done with his contract, they probably going over to Turkey Al-Sheikh. And nobody knows how much longer Top Rank is going to be in. PBC about to fold. There's been rumors that Top Rank folding. Matchroom, they don't have much outside of Jerron Buzinis. And, they all, Golden Boy, Matchroom, DAZN, they all can work together. But ultimately, it's too late, in my opinion. It's too late. As they talent, other than PBC, I think Benavidez has to be gone. Other than that, most guys going to travel over here. But let's keep it moving.